Hey everyone, welcome to another Hostinger Academy webinar. Today we will be building a website using WordPress and Elementor. Today I was supposed to be with Gintare. Unfortunately, she's not feeling well today. So Gintare, if you're watching from home, I hope you get well soon. And yeah, so let's start by introducing myself. I'm Kestutis. I work with Hostinger Academy. Well, if you are a subscriber of this channel, you already know that. If you're not, please subscribe. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So let me start by sharing my screen. Here we go. And we will start completely from scratch. The only thing I have set up right now is my own hosting plan, which is hostingeracademy.xyz, as well with the same domain name. So if this is your first time setting everything up, well, if you already have set up your hosting plan, this is what you need to do next. So first, click Manage next to your hosting plan. This will open your H panel. As you can see, before there was this WordPress tab because I just had WordPress installed. I removed that just to have everything like completely fresh. So yeah, what I really like about the H panel is that we have this amazing auto installer feature. If you open it up right here, you can see WordPress already. It's already here. So installing it is super simple. All you need to do is just simply click select next to it. Make sure you fill in your details. The default settings are fine for me. The only thing I need to do is simply set a secure password. So let me quickly do exactly that. And yeah, now is the first decision. What you're going to need to do is think of a website name. Since my website is going to be focused on traveling and it's going to be a travel blog website, I'm going to name it K Travel. Let's see here. And that's about all the options we need to set. Like everything, the default settings work perfectly fine. So let's click on install. Oh, we need to select language. So English is what we will be working with. So let's go with that. Now it takes a bit of time to install. Don't worry, it's not too quick. So while it's installing, let me talk first about developing websites. It might seem quite daunting at first because like if you don't have any experience, it might seem scary to develop your own website. But in reality, it couldn't be further from the truth. Like today, we have amazing tools such as Elementor, and tools like that make it super simple to build your own website and start out. And there are a ton of great reasons why you should have a website. For example, well, if you can like collect your memories just for fun, or like have a travel blog where you can collect your memories, share it with your friends. Like it's super exciting after you've been to vacation somewhere to share your experiences, share your adventures with your friends, and imagine how impressive that would be if you had your own like traveling blog website. So I can see that WordPress is already installed. And let's switch to that. And great. Now let's go to our dashboard. Let's refresh it as it should have the WordPress tab here. It appears as it's not appearing. It appears that it's still missing. Not to worry, we can still open it through here. Just go to the Auto Installer tab and click Manage next to it. It might take some time for it to appear in the dashboard, but that's completely fine. So, and just let's hop into our website's admin area. We can do that by simply clicking on the dashboard. Once you install WordPress with Hostinger Auto Installer, it already comes with some plugins pre-installed. One of these plugins is All-in-One SEO. It prompts you to go with the setup wizard, but you can simply ignore that and click go back to the dashboard, as we will not be using this plugin. Okay, so the first things first, what plugins we'll be using. As I mentioned before, we'll be using Elementor, well, as you can see by the title of the webinar. So first, we need to install that. Oh yeah, I can see already some opinions about which SEO plugins is best. Well, there are like a ton of different ones, and like for different people, different plugins work best. So let's see. To install a new plugin, you can simply go to the plugin section and click Add New. Here, let's find Elementor. Elementor is also one of those plugins that comes pre-installed with WordPress when you install it in Hostinger. So in your case, it might say here, in this button might say install now, like similarly to here. Since it's already pre-installed, on my end, it simply says activate. So let's do just that. And great, that's all it took. Also, with Elementor, we'll be using a theme called Astra. It's a really good empty theme that works great with website builders such as Elementors. So how do you install a template? I mean, a theme. That's super simple. So we go to, let's see here, Appearance and Themes. Astra is one of those themes. Well, it's super simple here in Hostinger. A lot of things are already pre-installed. So we already have Astra. All we need to do is simply click Activate. And that's it. If you wanted to add Astra and you haven't had it yet, you can simply click Add New and search and find Astra. Yeah, it's already installed. Amazing. So that's all it really takes to get started with like just installing Elementor and Astra. Those are the two things we need to start. So let's see here. Let's start by creating a new page. That's going to be our home page, because currently our website looks like this. It doesn't look great, but it's just a simple empty website. So the first thing we are going to go through is how to create a beautiful landing page, a home page, let's say. And we're going to do that from scratch. There are a couple of methods we can use. First, we will do one from hand by scratch. And then I'll teach you how to use like templates and such to even further optimize and smooth out the process. But it's a good idea to start out by making stuff from scratch, as that way you learn much more about the plugins and how you can do everything. So let's go. Start by opening the Pages section and click on Add New. Here you need to create a title. So this will be our home page. So just simply name it Home. And then click on Edit with Elementor. And here we are. This is our homepage. It's currently empty. It doesn't have anything. So if this is your first time seeing Elementor, it basically works with these elements, and it's a super simple drag and drop solution. As you can see here, there are two main tabs. Well, more than two, but there is this basic tab for elements, and there's this pro tab for elements. Elementor, while being a free plugin, it does have a premium option. And the pro version, the premium one you need to pay for, unlocks a bit more elements and a bit more power. Although that's definitely not required if you're just making a website. You can definitely do a ton with just the free version. So this is exactly what I'll use. This is exactly what I'll be using to show you that you can do it with the free version without any issues. Oh yeah, I can already see a comment from RP. I'll definitely do that. Thank you for joining into the webinar. Okay, let's see here. So one of the great ways you can like capture people's attention is by using visuals. So let's begin by adding a new section. In Elementor, you can choose the layout of the section you want. For example, if this is just a single column or two columns and the spacing between them. We'll be using a single section, single column. And here is like the column you add the different elements to. You can have like different columns, different part of the pages you drag in the elements into. So now what we're going to do is, as already mentioned, we're going to do this banner for our website. Because having like a stunning visual captures people's attention. That's super important for any homepage. So to edit the section, we click here. And now we select style, and we choose background type, we choose classic, and upload an image. Currently, there are no images here, so we'll need to upload some. When like creating a blog, it's a good idea to be prepared. So for example, you should already have like a couple articles written, a lot of photos taken you can use. There's a ton of like things you should prepare or like just add into your website. So basically the content. Already, lucky for us, I already prepared some images. So for the background, I'll upload this one. It might take some time to be processed. While it's processing, I can see another comment regarding the Astra free version. Astra is another plugin that has a premium and a free version, and that mobile page speed is 34 out of 100. That means there's a ton of stuff you can do to optimize your website. While I will not go over it right now, I'll definitely come back to this later during the Q&A section and help you on optimizing your website and increasing the mobile page speed. Okay, let's see here. The image was already uploaded. Great, let's insert media. As we can see, it doesn't look great. It's not fitting properly, and it's just this little bar. It just doesn't look good. So to make sure that the full image can be seen, let's go to the advanced section and let's increase the padding. It looks a bit better now, but I still don't really like how the image is. Let's remove the margin. How the image is displayed, because the image is much larger, and this is definitely not everything. So let's go back to style, and for position, let's do center. And also for size, we can use the cover option. That will display a bit more. I think top center would look a bit better. Here we go. This visual already shapes up our homepage. So great, now that we have the attention of our visitors captured, let's provide them with some information. Let's add our first element. This will be a heading. And let's, for example, say, welcome to my travel blog. Now the text doesn't look great. It looks blue and the background is all yellow and orangish. So we can change that by going on style and changing the text color to be white. Also, I think it could look better if it was aligned to the center. And I think having it extra large could also make it look better. Awesome, welcome to my travel blog. We already have some attention captured. Let's see here. Now, just to add a bit more information, let's add a text editor and simply drag and drop it below the welcome to my travel blog part, and you'll see this blue line appears. This is where the element will be placed in this section. And let's say here, I love traveling. Join me on my adventures. Just fixing the spelling mistakes. Here we are. Okay, the text is super small and difficult to see, as again, the color is not really done right, and the text is just small. So let's go to styles. Let's change the text color to be white as well. And let's change the typography settings, and here we can adjust the size. Great. I think I'd also like it aligned in the center. So let's do that. You can find it under the Style tab. Awesome. I can maybe increase the screen so you could see a bit more. Here we are. Great. So Elementor works, as I said before, based on these basic elements. One super useful element is a button. This could lead, for example, once you have the the visitor's attention captured, you can place a button that the visitor will click, and it will take them to like another page. Since this is a travel blog, this is just the home page. Like this button, for example, could take them to your blog pages where you actually tell the stories about your travels. So let's see here. The button was created. I simply dragged and dropped the button element. Now let's customize it. So for the text, I would like it to say, learn more. Link, this is where we will place the link for the blog pages. Well, we haven't yet already created the blog pages, so let's leave this empty for now. Let's have it center the line. Let's increase its size. And let's see here. Everything else looks fine. Awesome. So this is like the first section, the part that captures attention. Now we can scroll a bit down further and use up the space that we have on this page as well. So for example, on my page, I'd like to have this little about me section, because like this is who I am, this is my travels, and that's sort of the idea I'm going for. So let's see here. Let's add a new section. Select our structure to be like 2 sections next to each other, and here we are. Now visuals, as I said, are super important. Let's set a background of this part to be something like my face, and this part can be a text, the description of who I am. And we can even add an extra heading on top of this. Well, let's add it below, and then what's also awesome about Elementor is that it's super easy to like change the layout of the website. It's super intuitive. All you do is drag and drop. For example, I remember that I would like this section be followed by, well, not followed by, but have a heading. So for example, this heading would say introduction. And I'd like it to be the color of the letters. I'd like it to be black. Here we go. And for example, this I would like to have aligned to the left side of the screen. That looks great for me. So I just added another section, moved it up, and here it is. Awesome. So where I was before is adding an image. So there are like a couple of ways you can add images. For example, you can add an image via an image element, or what you can do, what I will be doing in this case, I'll be setting a background image for this whole section. Setting a background image helps us have a bit more freedom, because we can add headings on top of the image, and then we can like add links to the headings that way. So let's see here. Let's add a background image. So to control like the settings of the section itself, you click this button here. Let's go to Style, Background type. Let's choose Classic, and let's choose an image. I haven't yet uploaded an image of myself, so let me do just that. Here's another comment. Can I add YouTube video section on homepage using free Elementor? Yes, you can. I will get back to this at the end of the webinar during the Q&A section. Awesome. Let's insert this media. And let's see here. For some reason, it is not appearing. Let me refresh the page. Just save it beforehand, and let's refresh. Here it is. Apparently, the image was a bit cut out. Well, it was appearing, but the white part of it was appearing, so it seemed like it wasn't actually. Let's see here. Once again, we have this issue that is like not properly placed, not properly. It doesn't look good. Not to worry, we will fix that. Before we do that, let's add a heading. Or maybe no, let's just simply do that another way. Let's click Advanced and let's increase the margins. Okay, that doesn't seem to work right now. Okay, let's do this another way. Let's remove this and start over. Let's simply use an image element. So here is how we do that. Simply drag and drop the image into the section you just created. Choose an image. So simply click here, choose the one we have just uploaded, and click on Insert Media. Great. Here is where we can change the image size. So we can select like medium, large, or just medium to see how like everything looks, the spacing and all. So here I am. And to the right of this, I'd like to like have some text that's about me, like an introduction. So simply drag and drop a new heading in. Let's say, my name is Kestutis. Once again, the text is blue. Let's switch that to another color. And as you notice, every time I add new text, it tends to select the blue color. Well, that is because the blue color is set as like one of the default primary colors. You can change this option actually. First, you click on the top left part of the screen here, go to Site Settings, choose Global Colors, and here you can change the primary color to be whatever you want. So I can set it to be black. Now, anytime I'll add new text, it will be set to this color. Well, once I click Update. Awesome. Now I added this heading. I want a short little paragraph about myself. Let's see here. So we go to the element selection screen, which you can do by clicking here, and add text editor. Here we go. I will just copy over some text I have prepared from before. Here we are. Since this isn't a lot of text, I'd like to increase its size. Let's see here. It's under that typography settings, and it's okay. This seems to just change the size of the screen. Let's see. Well, we can leave it this size for now. Okay, and there's like, since this is a traveling blog, I would like to have like another section with all the places I visited recently. And we can also like link those sections to the corresponding blog posts. So this is how we do that. We add a new heading. See, the letters are now black as I changed this setting beforehand. And places I've recently visited. Let's see here. Let's add another part with 3 sections. And the 3 places I've been to is my hometown, Kaunas, also the town where, well, the city where hosting our headquarters are located. That's a fun fact. We can also add a background image that would represent Kaunas. So let's see here. As before, we go to Style, Background. Let's choose Classic, and let's choose an image. I already have an image of Kaunas uploaded. Since we're already here, let me upload the images of other cities as well. So that will be Bergen and Vilnius. Awesome. We're working with Kaunas. Let's insert this media. Okay. And the letters are now kind of hard to see because they're black on like a dark background. So let's change their color. Let's set it to white. Awesome. In the advanced section, we can increase the margins to make the image a bit bigger. Great. We can also like control padding. This makes this changes the image size. And then the image itself now doesn't appear like quite nicely. There's a lot more going on than just a few leaves. So to do that, let's change the position to center, and we can even change the size to cover. Here we are, looks much better. Now the text might still be a bit difficult to read, and to solve this, we can use a background overlay. So simply the next option down, background overlay, let's choose that. And here we can choose the background color, let's choose classic, the background type, sorry. Let's choose classic, and now we can choose color. Let's use black. Now with the opacity slider, we can control how much it darkens it. So yeah, just choose like a value that seems about right to make the white letters on top of it easily readable. Awesome. Now, another handy thing you can do is once you have like this section prepared, you can simply duplicate it, drag it over. Let's see here. Or you can simply copy it and paste it next square over. Now this has 2 squares. That's a bit too much. Let's remove one. Let's see. It might be because I did this with margins, and I should have done with this with padding. Let's change the language so I could access the numbers on the keyboard. In just a moment, let me sort this out. For some reason, it doesn't appear to be copying correctly. No worries, you can just simply use this other section and redo it from scratch, because it's like super simple as well. So let's see here. First, let's choose a background image. This one is going to be Vilnius. Here we go. It's not Kaunas. This one is Vilnius. Here we are. The image is not as well, once again, is not like looking correctly. So let's fix that by clicking here, changing the size to cover. Awesome. And the position, let's use center. Great. And we need to have just another section. Let's add it. Here we go. Change the name to the other city. And let's change the background. Let's see here. It appears that the layout changed. Okay, let me try to redo this section like so. Okay, this doesn't seem to be working as expected for some reason. Not to worry, we'll get back to this later. Although one awesome feature of like Elementor is that you can have like these are just basic elements, but there are like more fun ones here at the bottom, like in the general section. For example, you can add a star rating. So if we click and drag it here, we can have like, here it is, like 5 stars. Like you can choose like from 1 to 5, and yeah. We can center it, style, we can increase the size of the stars. Great. Let's see here. Let's center this. Here we go. And we can decrease the size of this a bit. And we can just simply copy and paste it over. Yeah, this would need just the margins changed. Here we go. So the margins and the padding basically changes the space of the text, that what space it takes over. Here we are. We can see it's a bit difficult to read. So as before, we just simply go to the background options, background overlay, normal, classic, color, black. And yeah, let's just change the opacity a bit. Here we go. Okay, let's see what's next on the plan. Great, so now what we need to do is create a blog page. So this is how our homepage looks now. As you can see, well, just let's update it and let's preview it. It's looking much better than it was looking before. So there's already some progress made. I just want to like customize this a bit. Let's see here. Let's do 150. Let's turn off this option. We can see how different values affects the image differently. And we can do the same here. Great. So let's get back to our dashboard. Let's save the changes, and let's get back to our dashboard. So now if we visit our page, which we can do here, this is where we are taken. This is not the home page we created. For this to work, we need to change some settings. for the homepage to be the homepage we just set up. Before we do that, let's add a new page. Let's go here and click Add New. And this is where our blogs will be. So just simply name it blogs. Awesome, publish it. Great. So if we go to settings and reading, here's how you can change your homepage displays. So simply select a static page. For homepage, let's do home. And for post page, let's do blogs. And let's save the changes. Now, if you visit our site, here's how it looks. Great. We can also open our blogs page here, and it's still empty. So we need to add more content. Now, this is a great part to talk about what's the difference between pages and posts. So to put it shortly, pages are the content of your website that is like static. So this can be like contact us form, the home page, about us section, stuff like that. Now, posts, on the other hand, is content that usually gets refreshed on a common basis. So for example, in this case, while the home page is like a page, the blog posts would be like posts. So we can add a few posts right now. So to do this, go to posts and simply click Add New. Now, what's amazing about like WordPress, this is the default WordPress editor, is that you can have like a post prepared in Google Docs or Microsoft Word. And if you paste it right here, let me do just that. Let me place a title called Konas. This will be a blog post about Konas. Let me find the content I prepared for that. Just a second. And let me paste it over. And here we are. So when you paste new content, it automatically gets assigned the block it needs to have assigned. For example, this is a heading. This is a paragraph. These are a couple of paragraphs. And this is an image. Basically, all the posts are made from like certain blocks. And you can add new blocks by clicking this plus icon and then just choosing what you want to add. For example, an image, heading, paragraph. There's like a ton of different blogs you can add. For example, a quote. Here, Konas is amazing. Citation, who said so? I did. Well, there's like a ton of these different blocks you can use, like for media, for design. These are like quite fun. I recommend trying most of them out. Like you can embed YouTube videos like Spotify. There's a ton of like different features you can add. And even you can add like increase this, have even more blocks with certain plugins. So, okay, this will be our first post before we publish it. Also, it's a good idea to set a featured image. This will be displayed next to your posts in the blog page. So it's really nice to have one. Let's use this image of Konas I uploaded before, set featured image. Great, and we can publish this. Awesome. Let's add a few more blog posts. So just the process is the same. Click on Add New, add title. Let me get the content I prepared previously. Here we go. Let me add the featured image. And let's publish it. Awesome. Now, if you go to our post page, let's visit our website, open the blogs page. Here it is. there's a couple of posts. Vilnius, Kaunas, the initial post, we can remove that. Let's see here. This one, let's trash it. And let's add the final post about another city. This one is not in Lithuania, unlike the other two. It's Bergen. It's another city I've lived in for quite some time, so I'm familiar with it. So let's see here. Let's publish it. Before we do that, let's also set a featured image. Here we go. Let's update. Awesome. Now let's open let's refresh this because this is an old version. It doesn't have, here we go, the blocks page. Here we are. Awesome. If you saw that before, it was this like brackets with the word strong in it. So that's basically a formatting thing. You can see that this is highlighted. So here we are. And you can see on the right side of the screen, there are widgets. Widgets are basically little pieces of information you can place like on the menus, like, for example, like right here. We can customize the page for these widgets to not appear. So for example, sidebar, default layout uses the right sidebar. We can use no sidebar, publish it, and here we go. Gives it a bit more of like a clean look. But that's not the only thing you can do. There's like a ton of customization you can do for this. So for example, let's go to the global section, typography. Here you can like change fonts, make them different. You can change colors. There's like a ton of customization you can do. Let's see here. I'd like to change our header, site identity, and logo. So I've made a logo for this website, and you can upload that going to the customization section. Let me just upload it. Let's crop it, make sure. Here we are. It's a bit too wide, so let's shorten it. Since the logo already includes the site title, we can not display the site title. We can add a tagline if we want, like travel with me. And that seems great. And this customization we just did, it will also be the same on like the home page. Here you go, the header got changed. You can also like customize the menu that's up here. So here's how we do that. Let's get back to the main dashboard. And for menus, there's this different, like a separate section. Let's see here. It's under appearance and menus. So we can create a new menu. It's going to be our primary menu. This is going to be our main menu. Here we are, and we can add like some pages to it. So let's add home and let's add blogs because that's the only two pages we have. But you can also like add posts to the menu itself. So let's add Vilnius and Kaunas. Now, to make sure that these posts are in the right location, we can sort of just drag them a bit to the right. This will make them a sub item. Let's save this menu. Awesome. Let's go here. Let's customize the page. Header builder, primary menu. Let's see here. Let's make the main menu our primary menu. And let's publish it. So as you can see, the two pages that we have, home and blogs has like two different subcategories for Vilnius and Kaunas, the two blog posts that we did. I also did Bergen, so let's add that too. Just choose the post, click add to menu, and then slide it over. And if we come back to the page, here we are. The formatting is a bit messed up because I did like add the strong to this post. We can edit that out. Simply remove these lines. But as I said before, if you like work with a text editor and you just paste the content in, it will automatically like get these types of text properties. Now, once we update it and we get back to the page, here it is, it's fixed. Also in the customization section, on the global settings and on the colors, we can change the theme color. So for example, the letters are now a bit blue. That doesn't really fit our theme well. Let's find a bit more like an orange color. Let's see here, like so. Link color as well. And here we go. Now it's a bit more fitting with the theme we have. Great. Now we can also connect the places I visited to. Well, it's under like edit with Elementor page. There's like two different modes of editing. What customizes the page, which more so influences the settings of the theme. And then there's editing for like the page content itself. So that's where we use Elementor with. And for example, if I want these letters to take me to the Kaunas blog post, well, yeah. So let's first open the page just to get the URL. Kaunas, copy it, and let's just paste it here. Great. Let's update that. And let's do the same for Vilnius. Let's update that as well. And we can also add the link to the for the Learn More button. That would simply open the blog. That will simply open the blogs page. Here we go. Awesome. Let's update that. Now we can get back to like viewing our page. And if we click Learn More, we are taken to our like the blogs page. Great. And the header looks nice. And if we click like Vilnius, we're taken to the Vilnius blog post. And that's basically the structure you need to have for a basic blog post. Now there's another super simple way to like add additional pages to your website. So for that, we will be using this amazing plugin that's called, let me see, what was its name? It's called Starter Themes. So let's install it. Let's go to plugins, add new, and let's search for Starter Themes. Starter templates, I mean, sorry. It already was pre-installed as well. So let's just activate it. Great, it's active. Let's see what it has to offer. So we're using Elementor. So templates is another form of like, well, it is what it says it is. It's templates. It's what you can use to like add new pages. So for example, we just made our homepage by hand, but there's like an easier way to do that. So if we find a theme that we like, for example, let's say this one, it has, you can see a few templates for like about page, projects page, contact us page, and services. So let's see. For example, I'd like to see how the services page would look like. So I simply select it and click preview site. And here's how it could look like. Awesome. I think it looks like, well, it looks quite well. It fits like the traveling theme. I can customize it to my own liking. So awesome. Let's import the contact template. You can skip this part. Let's view the template that we imported. So since we imported it, since we just imported it, let's get back to the dashboard. And here on the pages part, you can see a new page was added, contact. It's still a draft. It hasn't been yet published, but we imported it successfully. So now let's make some edits. Let's edit with Elementor, of course. And here you can change the address, the email. Like, let me change the keyboard language again. Other information, you can add like your social media links. You can like edit the links here. For Google, Twitter, you can even add items like, for example, Pinterest is super popular. You can add that too. So, and it's super quick. That's all it took. Just basically import a template and change some details, and you already have an amazing looking contact page. You can change the background picture here as well. So if we want to use something that's more fitting of our page, let me see if I have any images prepared, or I can even use the background image I was using before. Here we go. Awesome. Let's publish it. Great. Now you can see that it's not appearing in the top menu that we created before. No worries though, we just simply need to edit the menu. So let's get back to it. Let's add to menu the contact page, and here it is. You can even like change the layout of how each menu item appears. Just drag and drop. It's super easy. And awesome, this is the page we created by hand. And if we go to the contact page, this is the one we created using a template. It doesn't seem like out of place, and it looks nice and was like super quick to do. Another thing you noticed is that the top header is transparent, which it is not on the other page. So if you click on like transparent header, it might have already been with the template. So the setting might be a bit else. So what we can do is we can enable the transparent header on complete website. And then when we get to my home site, we can see that the header is completely transparent. But then I would need to change the menu icon colors, because now they seem like they just blend in with the background. So that's global, colors, link color, and let's do white. White is easily visible. Awesome. So let's visit our website. This is how the homepage looks. Here we can view blogs. This needs the colors changed as well. This is because of the template, so that will need a bit more adjustments. If we click like here, it takes us to the blog post for Kaunas. If we click here, it takes one for Vilnius. Like if we click here, it takes us to the, and that's like the basic features. So as you can see, like Elementor is super simple to do. Just drag and drop. You can simply even like to learn it. Best way is just to try a lot of different stuff, try out the different elements you can use, and just So what I wanted to show is that creating a website is like super not complicated. And if you haven't yet and it seems interesting to you, like definitely give it a go. Elementor is free. And yeah, so we still have some time left. So let me go through the comments and let's see what kind of questions we have. Can I add a YouTube video section on the homepage using free Elementor? I haven't personally yet done this, so let's find this out together. Let's see here. Let's go to our homepage. We can do that by simply clicking here, edit with Elementor. Let's go down. Let's, for example, add a bit of space. So to do that, we can use a spacer. A spacer element. Place it. And let's see here. Here you go, video. And here it is. I think I could make it look better if I have like a few videos. So let's see here. Let's remove this. And let's add a section with 3 columns. Great. Let's add a heading. Travel videos. Awesome. Let's go to the video element and just add one. Here's where you can change the link. So you can enter your traveling video URL here. So for example, let's use something from Hostinger Academy.
Hey guys.
Let's see here. And here it is. Here's the video. And you can just like add another one here. And like another one. So you can have this whole section of videos. So I hope that answered your question. Let's move on. Do I recommend Astro Theme or Storefront to start with as a free version? Well, that depends. There's really no like right answer. Different teams work for different people. Personally, I found Astra to be a very great team to work with. So I'd say go with that. That's my personal choice. Is it worth buying Elementor Pro version? Or is it enough to have the free one? What perks does the premium give? So basically, as long as you're a creative person and you don't mind like searching for different ways of what you can do, like with just the free version, you can. It's definitely like quite powerful, and you can do a ton with the free version by itself. What the Pro version unlocks is just some additional functionality. So, and for example, if you're creating an e-commerce website, the Pro version helps a lot with that because it helps with like creating product listings and stuff like that. So here are just like the few features that the Pro version can offer. You can find that under the Pro section of the elements. Let's see. Which social sharing plugin is best for blog posts so views can share the post? Great question. Let's go to the dashboard. I've heard great things about this plugin called, let's see here. Let me see if so Sassy Social Share. It's already here. Let's just update it. It's awesome if you want to add like a social media sharing widget, and yeah, so that your visitors could share your pages on Facebook, Pinterest. It supports a ton of like different platforms. So let's see here. That's activated. Yeah, there's all these different social networks that it supports. So you'll definitely find what you're looking for here. And this was this comment, sorry. Okay, how we can make the title to have more space and how we can move the title to the center. Awesome question. Let's see here. So if we edit this page, basically what you can do is play around with the margins and the paddings. So if you wanted to have more space, you increase the margin, and padding works in a similar fashion. And to center it, like for example, introduction is not centered. You can like click on the section and then choose alignment, like center right, justified, or left. And if you want to have like more space in between like the introduction part and the places I visited, you can use a spacer element. Well, I didn't place it correctly. It needs to be on top here. And then you can like increase and reduce the space. Here we go. Okay, and it seems like this is the last question. Hello, thank you for the webinar. Thank you for joining. I'm thinking of creating my own blog, but I don't know which hosting plan to choose. Can you help me choose? Yes, so if you're creating a simple blog website, there's really like no problem in going with the single plan. So let me just quickly pull that up. Here we are. So single shared hosting for a single website, if this is just a simple blog and you're just starting out, that's a great option. It has a great price, and also don't forget to use the coupon code HA10 for 10% off to even get an even better deal. And that's all you really need to get if you're just starting out. But if your blog grows and you start using a lot of plugins, or maybe you want to have more websites, like upgrading to the premium plan, it's super easy. It just takes a couple of clicks, and as soon as you need that, you can do it. So starting out with a single shared hosting plan is definitely a great idea. And I had to speed up my mobile page. So there are different things you can do to like speed up your website. This is referred to as website optimization. And here in Hostinger, we have this amazing article, how to optimize WordPress. I'm just gonna pull it up for you with 9 easy steps. So this goes over stuff like that, like optimizing your scripts, like minifying them, optimizing images, using a CDN. I'm gonna leave a link to this tutorial in the comments. And also, it depends on like what theme you're using, because some themes are more mobile optimized. So I'd recommend looking into that. And of course, if like all else fails and you're pulling your hair out and you don't know what to do, there's really an awesome place called like Fiverr.com. There you can find freelance artists. Well, not just artists, like freelance web developers is the word I'm looking for, which can help you with like stuff like website optimizations. And yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this webinar. That's all the time we have for today. I'm really happy you decided to join me. I really hope this helps. And if anything, I really wanted this webinar to show you how easy it is actually to create a website. So best of luck in your internet journey, and have an amazing day. Take care.